Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, you might want to head to the Orpheum to catch the Broadway musical Miss Saigon. It's a tragic love story between a Vietnamese woman and an American soldier during the Vietnam War. Now to discuss the show are the two stars, Emily Bautista, who plays Kim, and Anthony Festa, who plays Chris. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, thanks for having us. Yeah.
Can you guys kind of tell us what the musical is about?
Yeah, absolutely. So the musical takes place during the fall of the Vietnam War. It tells the story of the Vietnamese girl, Kim, played here by Emily, who was orphaned by the war, and Chris, the American GI, their love story, and all of the trials and tribulations of that, and everything, the struggles that they go through during the evacuation as well.
Now, the musical is full of culture. It's combining Western history as well as Asian history. How is that portrayed in the pageantry, the sets, the music?
Yeah, I think one of the big things is even the costumes. A lot of the costumes are traditional Vietnamese wear. And then within the show, we incorporate some Vietnamese traditions, but the storyline itself, covers both the Vietnamese perspective of the war and the GI perspective of the war, which I think is very interesting. It's not often that you get both sides, but and on top of that, we have true representation. We have a couple people that are from Vietnam, and our Asian cast are fully Asian, so.
Yeah. Very good. And this plays based from the 1970s. How do you think that story from back then is still relevant to today?
Oh, I mean, if you look at what's going on right now with immigration and border security and children being separated from their family and the pain and the struggle that they go through, it's that separation and that sort of pain that you see right now on the news is the same exact pain that happened during the evacuation and the same exact struggle. I mean, she has a child during the war, and she becomes a mother, and she has to be a mother to that child all on her own. And I mean, you could speak more to that. But.
Yeah, it's just, my character is 17 when the show starts, and she becomes pregnant at 17. And so, being a single mother in a war-torn country and trying to survive this war, it's so crazy, but there are still stories like that today. I remember when we were doing rehearsals, one of the biggest things was we would turn on the news, and it was the Mexican border, and families being separated and children in cages. It's just, it's not a far off story today. But what our show shows is that there is still love in the most broken of places. We find love, and there's love with the child. There's a hopeful message within our show.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for being here with us.